Now we're ready for exercises number 108 and 109. Hooked bowing. Now hooked bowing looks a little silly at first because you see the slur between the two notes, but then you also see that there's dots. And we learned earlier, those dots mean staccato. And so you might be thinking like, wait, isn't that kind of against each other? Isn't that, a little bit weird because the connecting, that slur means that we're going to keep the notes connected and long, but then the dots mean short. So here's what they're trying to tell you with that marking. Hooked bow, as explained above number 108, it's a curved line above or below two notes with staccato marks to tell you to play the notes with stops, but in the same bow direction. So in other words, you'll stop your bow now. You're not going to keep the bow moving, but you're going to move the bow in the same direction twice. Down, down, or up, up. Now you can just try this on a few random notes to begin with. You might want to start with an open string like A. So two notes hooked together would sound like this. Two down bows in a row, or you can do two up bows in a row. Just make sure to stop the bow in between. If you don't stop, then it just becomes one long note. So if you look at number 108, they're going to be using notes on the A string now, and you start with two Ds, and both of them are marked down bow. In the next measure, you have two C sharps, and they're both marked up bow, again with a stop in between. In measure 3, you have two down bows, two up bows. And in measure 4, there are no markings to tell you to slur or to hook, so you're just going to play détaché. Just like with the slurs, maybe practice these measures separately at first, and then, once you're ready, we can try playing it together. Here's number 108. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Did you remember not to hook your bow at the end? As you're practicing this, please be patient with yourself. This takes time to learn, and if you don't get it right the first time, maybe walk away and try a few minutes later. Or if you feel like, okay, let me try that again, you can also just try it again. Exercise number 109. Now we're switching between slurs and hooked bowing. So a slur does not have those staccato markings. It does not have the dots below the notes, but it does have that curved line. So look in measure 1. Do you see slurs or hooks? In measure 1, we just have slurs. There's no staccato dots. In measure 2, what do you have? We have two down bows in a row. With those dots, that's a hooked bowing. Measure 3, again, we're doing slurs. In measure 4, there is a hooked bowing. I recommend playing these measures one at a time. I'm not going to do that with you now, but once you are ready, after you've paused the video to practice it, now we can try playing number 109 together. 1, 2, ready, go. Hook, slur, hook, in this exercise, especially with those last few notes, watch out that you're only hitting one string at a time. After you hook those two down bows in a row, you do an up bow on the D string. Minuet number 110 is a good exercise to practice. We are not going to play it at the concert, and so I'm not going to go through it with you today, but if you'd like to try it on your own, please feel free.